Hello, malt mums, and thank you to Raj for that malt mention, which kicks off Whisky Review 249, Whyte and Mackay 13-year-old blended Scotch whisky, which in my humble opinion is the best of the range in terms of value for money and general overall quality. I'll give you some tasting notes, then I'll tell you a little bit about it, and then I'll leave you to enjoy your whiskies as I go off to enjoy mine. Nose. Sweet, toffee, spicy, slightly sherry, oldish kind of not fresh sherry. I put down vague sherry, which is kind of similar. Baked apple, brown sugar, vanilla and tea. The nose suggests a robust blended whisky with a big sweet overtone to mask any wrinkles that might possibly be therein with some of the malts. The malts involved including Feta Cairndalmore and Isle of Jura, all good distilleries, but you do notice, particularly in independent bottlings, that the quality of wood used varies. And I think that Whyte and Mackay is one of these companies that would benefit hugely from spending just that little bit extra on buying better quality casks for maturing the spirit. That, by the way, is a personal opinion. But they do have a bit of an ace up their sleeves. They're very fortunate to have a charismatic master blender who stands out as being a hard-working and effective ambassador for Scotch whisky in general, and that's Richard Patterson. If Whyte and Mackay did not have him at the helm, I don't think they would sell as much as they do. It's another personal opinion. Taste. Robust again. You know there's flaws in it. There's sour, there's vinegar notes, but they're well suppressed by the overall boldness and sweetness and that big tea note that comes with the arrival. It's a big sweet arrival with tea, slightly tannic going through, and the grain is fairly suppressed, the grain whisky content. Some baked apple, almond, walnut, saccharin, bit of a saccharin note, and with water what you will get is a slightly cleaner arrival on the palate. Oh yes, you will. And a little bit of fresh fruit, particularly grapefruit citrus, will come through if you add a drop of water. So this is one of these blends that will benefit from that. Finish. Vanilla, tannin, tea, and a little bit insipid. But as regards the Whyte and Mackay range, it's one of the best. My mark, and it's a blend mark, there it is, 81 out of 100. There you go. A popular blend in Britain. You do not see it travelling too far around the world, this one. It tends to be Britain and Europe that you'll find Whyte and Mackay, and they probably would do better as a company if they exported further afield, particularly to China and Japan. My overall appraisal is generally a bit of a bruiser, tannin heavy and cask sour. and a little bit of hop content, but it benefits from adding a drop of water to it. Now, 13 is not a usual age to find a blended whisky being bottled, for the simple reason that in British tradition 13 is an unlucky number. So 12 is much more usual. But the feature here is that because nobody else is doing it, it stands out a little bit more when you do bottle a blended whisky at an unusual age. So what they've done here is they take all the malts involved in this whisky and they further mature them for another year. So they take these 12-year-old malts, the Feta, Cairn, Dalmore and Jura and the others, and they recask them to beef them up, and from Whyte and Mackay's perspective, to allow further marriage. Now, marriage is the intrinsic integration of separate flavours into a one collective. That's what marriage is. And it works well with blends, because blends should be, if it's done effectively, a little bit more than the sum of the parts that they would be as single malts. Although that isn't prominent in modern blended whiskies. Such is the cost cutting across the industry, and such is the worldwide demand. Other whiskies in the range. Well, you start with the Special. Now, the Special is a favourite of seasoned pub drinkers in Glasgow of a certain age. I've seen it. I've been in these pubs. It's followed by the 13, so that there is no particular age on the Special. It's a mixture of younger single malts and some sweet grain to mask over any wrinkles. You've got the 13, which is the one that I would recommend. You've then got the Old Luxury, which is about 19 years old. You've got the Supreme Whyte and Mackay, which is about 22 years old. And then you've got the big price tagged 30-year-old blend and 40-year-old blend. And every now and again they produce something to celebrate something. I think I saw one online recently where they bought out a bottling of Whyte and Mackay to celebrate 500 years of the first recorded mention of whisky being made in Scotland. Yeah, it's well worth celebrating. Very little water in this blend. It is a great mixer. It is, for those of you who like warts and all, big personality, love it or loathe it, blended whiskies that are not shrinking violets, then Whyte and Mackay is for you. There you have it. I'm Ralphie, ralphie.com. Thanks for watching. There's my website. Come and visit if you want to. And I appreciate you watching. See you soon for Whisky Review 250. I'm not telling you what's getting reviewed, because that is a special feature.